January 22nd marks the 46th anniversary of the decision Roe v. Wade that legalized abortion in the United States. And this Friday, January 18th, will mark the 45th year for the annual pro-life march taking place in our nation's capital. A group of dedicated people from our area have been taking part in that march ever since its inception, and they're here with us today. I'm pleased to welcome into our studios back Marianne Lawn. She is the president of Pennsylvanians for Human Life, the Greater Hazleton Area Chapter, and also a newcomer to the organization who will be making his very first march this Friday, and that is Jim Borer. Marianne, I'm going to start with you. So this marks the 45th time that you'll be going this Friday on the 18th to the pro-life rally. What makes you keep going back year after year?
Love of life. Love of life, and I feel that it's God's challenge to me to stand up for those who have no voice, the voiceless, the unborn. And yes, people say you're going down there 45 years, but the laws haven't changed yet. Or there's futility in it, but there isn't. We see in our state that the rates of abortion has dropped dramatically. So education and loving, the outpour of loving support to women and men in crisis pregnancy, that's what's going to change hearts and change minds.
For all the years that you have been going, are you amazed, I guess, by the reaction of the people who go with you, maybe for the first time, like this gentleman sitting over here, it's going to be his first time. What goes through their minds when you talk to them, you know, on their way there and then on the way back?
Our bus has always been known to be a little bit lively, and while it's such a somber occasion, and we certainly pray together as one, but the first-timers, our famous story is the man who got on the bus, and John Gallade was with me. He said, "You better come to the back of the bus. We have a little problem." And the man said to us, "I've never gone to Atlantic City this way."
I remember you telling me this.
And, but it was the Holy Spirit that put him on the bus with us, because on the way home he talked about the abortion he paid for, and he came to regret that. And so lives have been changed on the bus, and people are overwhelmed.
Well, one person who is going along for his very first trip this Friday is Jim. Jim, what made you decide that you wanted to go along and see what happens during the pro-life march?
Well, I decided because I have to do something. I cannot do nothing, and I love this country. I love my Christian faith, and I see no future in the country if they kill the unborn. I don't see a future.
So you met Marianne. She was a speaker at your church, you told me. So your paths kind of crossed, and now you decided you want to go along on Friday.
Yes, I did. I want to help Marianne however I can, because the voice of John is a serious message, and I've seen that, and I appreciate it.
And that is the documentary that you did. And I know we don't have time to get into that right now, but you were a nurse. That's how this movie came about. So give us just a brief synopsis of The Voice of John.
A brief synopsis of The Voice of John. I was a nurse. I was working obstetrics, and when I walked into the dirty utility room to clean up, I found a little boy. He had been aborted. He was alive. I baptized him. I gave him the name John. He has become a part of my soul. I stand for him, along with over 60 million children who have been aborted.
Marianne, thank you for coming in. I wish you good luck in your venture. Their bus is just about full as this is airing, because we've talked about it on the news earlier. But if in case there is an opening and you would like to still go, you could give Marianne a call, and if there is an opening on the bus, she will gladly put you on. The cost is $50 for an adult, $44 for 12 and under, and her number is 570-764-5428. We hope to have these folks back to talk about what they experienced this Friday in our nation's capital.